Alright guys,
No!
we finally made it to wave 20. It survived for 23 waves, or I guess technically already that's 46 because there's multiple waves once you start getting later on. Anyway, details cut short. We survived for 23 flags, or 23 rounds of this. And yeah, we died. So we're gonna start this from the beginning. What's it like to do survival? And how do we get things started? And how do you prepare? Because once you get into the actual adventure, you're going to have a lot more waves just of the same stuff. Though survival, it kind of fast forwards all of that. So how will we encompass that? We will use the walnut. Like I said, always kernel puts in the beginning. Snow peas if we can afford it. Lily pad, because in this endless, I apologize. Oh, we cannot view the lawn yet because there's no reason to. But in this endless, we also do have the water section. So we will have lily pad. Cattails is going to be our upgrade for that. Instead of cattails, you can also use kernel puts or whatever you want to put in the lily pads. You'll get this a lot pretty later on in the Plants vs. Zombies. It's About Time. You get this a lot sooner, I believe. Which I actually do like that game a lot. And then from here, we will use starter pumpkins if we can. And like I said, these ones are extra. If you don't have access even to that, this would be our baseline. If not, pea shooters and stuff like that. We'll of course replace the kernel puts. But this is survival. We have to get ready as fast as we can. Pumpkins. And we can go ahead as well and start setting up these spike weeds. And the repeaters might be a possibility. Or the melon puts. We'll go ahead and do spikes. As we start, I'll go ahead and explain everything else. The reason why we go ahead, of course, is we just want to get these started up as fast as possible. As y'all saw, possibly from the Wave 22 video, those things can get pretty crazy. So, trying to set these up as fast as possible is a big priority. Especially the sun, so we have 75. We're just trying to get to more. And like I said, if we didn't have the twin sunflower, I would be putting down 2 rows. But we do have twin sunflowers, so we'll just be using this back row primarily to be generating the sun. Of course, this also includes the lake area, so that will be fine. And I do want to note it though as well, we still, even in later stages of the game, these kernel pits are still very strong because of the butter that they fling. So, just that. Like I said, it stops anything except for the Dr. Zombie. I apologize, I did forget his name, but and I'll tell you what, I know probably later on in the game you probably be like, this is extremely boring, I don't want to do this, but you will really appreciate this later on. The butter is so powerful. Got enough for another one. And I do also want to say that I will never, if I can afford to hold off to just save up, I will save up just in case. Like now I have 200, so now I can afford to fill out the waves. If you cannot afford to fill out the waves, don't buy up early in the game, just to buy up, because if you buy up just to buy up's sake, you may put something in another lane that you can't afford to have there. So that's why. Go ahead and put this here. We could get some pretty good RNG from the kernel puts, thankfully. He's already down, so. Okay, that was close. I thought I was gonna have to put that Smoky down, but. And yes, it started off pretty slow, but this will ramp up. Not as quick as y'all probably want it to be, but I promise you don't want it to ramp up as fast as you think you want it to. Perfect. And one thing you also may be noticing is that I have my spikes up here, but I have my defense down here. Or up here as well. And you may be like, well, why is that happening? That's happening because I can't put spikes up here. And I'm going to put as many of these cattails as I can down here in the water. These things are very powerful once you get them. They will always attack the closest zombie to your house. So there's a bit of priority there. And then also, they also pop the floating zombies, the ones that fly in balloons. They'll pop them for you as well, so. Put that there. There we go. Like I said, I mean, if I could afford it, I would definitely do winter melons instead of snow peas, which is this right here, because of the AoE, greater damage. You know, it just does everything better. But the snow pea is what I can afford now. That's what we're getting now. As you can see, every time I buy another twin sunflower, it's costing more and more. Now it's 400. Started off at 150. So. The same thing with these cattails or any kind of upgrade. Get another 400. There we go. Alright, now we got full twin sunflowers in the back. See, now it's 450 versus the 400 that we just spent on it. And this is how this kind of works. In real game, that will not happen. In real game, it's a lot easier. Just saves us 150 and perfectly fine. Not in this game mode though. This one is, like I said, really up in the ante as much as it can. So upgrades will cost more and more. Remember, this is 275 last time. Now it's 325. And this is why we try to get the most expensive stuff over with as fast as possible. The most expensive, necessary stuff. We'll just scale that up. So we try to get to everything just set up as fast as possible as we can. You do have to think a little bit ahead of time. As you see, 3 cattails is already doing a lot of work. They just focus on this and good to go, but like I said, we'll be maxing it out. Like I said, one thing you always want to do as well is with the water levels, when you start having this huge wave that's about to come, I'm saving this pumpkin already because they will just spawn out of the water anywhere up here. Right, as you saw right there, it's already past my defenses. I can't do nothing about that. Besides just kill it as fast as possible. And this is why we will start putting pumpkins around everything in the water first, and then we'll go to our external sources for this. He almost died. Oh, in fact, he did. We just saved him. But at the last second. Oh, that. Not bad. So normally you would want to put that right here in front of the walnuts, but I'm preparing for some other things. So right now, we should be fine with what we have as far as sunflowers. So we'll go with pumpkins, spikeweed, spike rock, melon fruit, winter melons to replace those, more cattails, more lily pads, tall nuts. Well, at this point, this is probably where you would stop. But anyway, tall nuts. And we'll go ahead. That's where things kind of get a little bit difficult in choices. We will go ahead and you know, no, we do have sunflower already too, so I do apologize for my side of indecision. We have kernel puts already is down 2. I apologize, that's my good friend. And this is where things, like I said, just get a little bit difficult because we don't want to make the wrong choice. We can afford it now, but we can't afford it later. We'll go ahead and get the repeaters, and we will also get we'll get this just to be cute. No, we can't afford that. It's a little bit difficult, I promise, but I'm not trying to be silly. We'll get the jalapeno just in case if things get bad. That's what we'll go ahead and do. You see, that was 125 when we started. It bumped it to 175 because we already have one down. So we're going to start putting the walnuts down. And then we'll go ahead and keep collecting the sun and except we'll be putting pumpkins on everything in the water first, and then we will be venturing out to the other lands. Do a bottle and make my tea that I make with super fruit. And so from this point we will, now we have all our spikes down, we'll go ahead and start replacing them with the upgrades. And to be fair, or to be honest, we should have started off by protecting our sunflowers first with the pumpkins. Like I said, the cattails will attack even behind them. So that's one good thing to think about. We we have 500. We can afford our first winter melon. Just gonna say that out loud now. But we always want to be over prepared. So now I will feel safe doing it. But another thing that's also going to hold me back a little bit is the grouping. If we get a huge wave here or here, that's where I want to place the winter melon. Not where I just have a couple, but where I'll have many. That's where it works out the most efficient and the best at. And that's what we're going to save it for, so. But first time, it's always safe to put down a cattail. Since they attack everywhere, you can put them anywhere. So see, now we have all this. This one will be my prime group. So we will dig this up, put this down, put down watermelon. And reason being, so it can also slow down this C attack. See, it hits them, does damage, and it also slows them down too. So, and then to help us out in the future, we will be putting magnets here. We will be getting rid of the chrono clips while as well. Now we have enough for that combination as well. And since we have one here, I know we can put this here and it'll cover theoretically or rhetorically the entire map control. Because when you attack with this lane, it attacks this lane. I'm going to attack the sun real quick. Please forgive me. It'll attack this lane, and this lane, wherever it attacks in this section. And same thing for here, it'll attack this lane, and this lane. So see, we have 6 lane damage with the winter melon. See, this winter melon does these 3, this winter melon does these 3 lanes. And right now, between the spiked rocks, it's not going to really make a huge difference where I put these down at. Ooh, that's not going to give me a stun. Oh, god. Like I said, they just go wherever they want to, and this is why we put pumpkins and everything down here first. Text my friend back. Alright, so now we have the pole vaulting, the bucket head, and the screen door zombie. So that really has changed nothing. Tall nut, still gonna be a big thing. Pumpkin, still gonna be our second huge thing. Cattails and lily pads. Melons and winter melons, spike weeds and spike rocks, and that's mostly about the big part. When we start getting the winter melons, we'll go and start filling out the repeaters as well. Though I should. Where's the thing I'm looking for? This is where I should be setting up. We gotta play smarter. So coffee bean and magnet shroom. Magnitude removes screen doors, it removes the poles, and it removes buckets. Buckets and screen doors will be the huge one, really the buckets. Screen doors doesn't really get affected from walking over the spike weeds that we have here. That screen door, guys, they're gonna still take damage. So let's see here. What else can I explain here for you? So we will also be replacing, like I said, this is our plan. Where the plan is to replace the walnuts with the tall nuts, and then of course we will also be double protecting it with the pumpkins. But we will focus on the aqua part first. We will still be focusing on the spiked rocks to be replaced. Like I said, it starts off 125 same thing attack fails, which are only supposed to be 225, but it's in the survival. Let's run through this because I'm taking up a lot of your time already. So timers still just continue as they normally do, no matter what. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down here, and so see, like I said, the winter melons, they attack both, or these 3 lanes and these 3 lanes. So we really won't be replacing not replacing them, but we won't be replacing this snow pea or this snow pea anytime soon. Yeah. They just kind of lose the winter melons. Sorry, kind of lose their, I guess, level of efficiency after outside of these 2 lanes. But we do want to get them set up as fast as possible. Another thing there is to note as well. If you are being in a real tight spot, I guess to say, replacing the tall nuts here isn't a huge deal until I believe wave 5 on Endless, or flag 5, sorry. Because of the way it's set up, we won't have dolphins for a while. Dolphins are the things that will start leaving over. But this also kind of comes back to us protecting everything anyway, so we already have a walnut around everything else behind it, except for this kernel put, which is probably feeling left out and probably feeling annoyed. And as you see, magnets take down the buckets, and it holds on to them for a while. But we cannot afford to put them here. We're going to put as much DPS as we can down first. We need to kill everything that comes through with a passion, indiscriminately wipe it out as fast as possible. There we go. We do have enough. So we will go ahead and watch the magnet streams and watch how they work. But this range right here is when they'll start grabbing. See, there goes that screen door. There goes that bucket. At first, I mean, in lower levels, it makes a huge difference. In later levels, it makes a smaller difference, but it's still a difference nonetheless. That's one extra zombie not fighting down your plant. That's one extra zombie just not doing much of, just being dead. And of course the recovery time's not great, but it is good enough. So if we could afford to put out more, I would, but not yet. Another good thing is, for digger zombies will come down and they will sabotage everything from behind. We do not want that. That is bad, obviously. That's why we'll start putting the pumpkins behind the sunflowers. But also, if the magnet shroom's recovery time happens mid-dig, they will pop up randomly here too. It's not really random, it's just based on the recovery time of the magnets. And so, that's why we'll also start putting pumpkin there for once. Now we've really kind of achieved what we wanted. Played it safe. We're overgaining sun because we will definitely need that. Wish the recovery time on this spike rock was a lot faster, but it's not so bad yet, so at this point, this is where we'll start fishing them both out. This way, kind of helping out this entire thing a little bit more. But notice that this only helps at this lane and this lane, so... yeah, oops, put that down. And that's 5 flags. I'll end this recording here, and then we'll go ahead and carry on next time. Go ahead and view the lawn, what we kind of going over. This is overkill for adventure, but this is endless survival. As you saw from, if you see my last previous video, which I will link in the description below, we will need this, and you'll see my poor planet get stomped out here from some Giga Titans. So until next time, I hope you have a good one.